Hello. We have been working on a sequence to camel pose, and I thought I'd show you. It's kind of a unique thing. It's a way I've been teaching people to get into this kind of complex back bend in a way that's very safe and effective, and that's going to teach your body so that you will learn this step by step. And we can start just in a relaxing child's pose posture. So you can have a block handy for our practice here. You can start by reaching the arms out in front of the body, pressing the hips back toward the heels, and taking a few breaths here. Now inhaling, slowly coming up. You can come to all fours, do some cat and cow. And then have your block handy the long way. So I'm just going to get my block ready. You're still maybe doing some cat and cow. Then coming back to all fours, we'll lift up. Lifting up to our shins. I'd like our shins in contact with the mat here so that the top of the foot is on the ground, and we've got our body weight back toward the shin. I'll place my block here, just sort of close to the foot. And then lift up really straight through the spine. Nice long spine here. Practice rolling the shoulders down and out, bringing the shoulder blades into the body. So turn the palms out and feel the shoulder blades moving and tucking in toward the front of the body. And that opens the chest. Now coming out. Inhale. Let's come into a slight back bend here. Just lifting up through the center of the chest, hands on hips. You can even place your hands on your hip flexors here. As the hip flexors at the front of the body, these frontal hip muscles lift up and feel those extend, expand. That's step one. With any back bending posture, really. Take another breath. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, settling in. Okay. One more time. Inhale, lengthen up. Now drawing shoulder blades in toward the body at the same time. Turn the palms out. Lifting through the center of the chest. Push the hips forward. Exhale. Coming back. And just relax here. Let the lower back especially relax. Bring your body weight back toward the feet. So it's not into the knees. We really want it into the shins here. If you need to, you can get something under your knees. And try that once more. Inhaling, put it all together. Lifting up through the front of the hips, lifting through the center of the chest, drawing the shoulder blades in toward the front of the body. Exhaling to come out. Okay. Now, instead of trying to support this camel pose by placing hands at the lower back or anything, we're going to split it up. So splitting this pose up in two parts, the two sides of the body. We'll work with those separately. Inhale now, lift through the center of the chest, extend through the hip flexors, reach the left arm back, press the hips forward, right arm coming up, shoulder blades into the body. Try to let go through the head and neck. Exhale to come out. Now coming to the other side, we'll move that block. Moving the block by the foot. And then putting it all together, inhaling. Right arm reaches back. Find the block and then push forward, lengthening hip flexors, lifting center of chest, drawing shoulder blades in, reaching up. Left arm. Exhaling to come out. Now, I would suggest practicing this on each side, going back and forth, side to side, lengthening up until you feel very comfortable. We want the hips to keep coming forward so that we're not reaching back for the block. We're lifting up. Exhaling to come out. Other side. You know, and eventually we'll get two blocks and put them, you know, on both sides. But try splitting it up, practicing this way. And then coming down to seated. So it's a very beginner's way to start to practice that camel pose. So if you'd like, you can get these larger blocks. I have just a box there. We're going to come into staff pose, so you can get blanket if you like and sit on a blanket, reaching the legs out long. Hands come underneath the shoulders. We're just lengthening out here. We're going to stretch the back in a very safe and effective way, counterbalancing all of that movement, all of that extension to the spine by coming forward. Bring the feet apart now. Feet mat distance apart, lift and lengthen here. Exhale, coming forward, hands in between the legs. Lift up out of the hips here. So lifting through the center of the chest. We don't want to bend forward with the spine. We want to lengthen and lift to stretch the lower back. Now taking 4 more easy breaths here. And then coming out slowly. And in our practice there, you can move through the legs and the feet, coming back to staff pose. And we'll come back to camel pose. We'll have part 2 of this instructional beginner's camel pose video coming up next.